Hello, my name is Patrick Carlisle, and I was tasked with making a video for Blue Cathedral by Jennifer Higdon. Higdon is an American composer. She was born in the year 1962. The piece was composed in 2000 under commission by the Curtis Institute of Music. This places the piece into the modern era, specifically the 20th century modern era. The reason it sounds like this time period is because this time period has very few unifying factors across its music, even when narrowed down to just classical music. It also has a very standard for time orchestral setup with lots of string instruments providing a backbone for the larger parts. The influence of things such as jazz can be heard with the use of brass instruments in the piece. The piece was also composed with the idea of Higdon's brother in mind, who had recently passed away before she wrote the piece. Her alternate usage of the flute and the clarinet, as her brother played the clarinet and she played the flute. The flute, her instrument, starts first in the composition and then it drops out while the clarinet stays in during a ascending part of the song. The rhythm of the song. The composition does not follow any standard meter throughout the piece. With her instruments dropping in and out, there is no instrumental that sets the beat for the music as far as I could tell. The music is sort of free form and does not follow a set meter throughout the song. This allows the piece to generate some different sounds that standard pieces cannot. The texture of the song definitely has a homophonic harmony throughout with some solos. Quite often there are several instruments playing one melody and there are instruments faintly accompanying the main instruments in the background. Early on, as said before, we get a conversational harmony with the flute and the clarinet as they both play solos back and forth. The harmony of the song is in a major key throughout. The piece would also be classified as a consonant song, as the piece felt very soothing on the ears and never jarring, although it wasn't always smooth. The piece seemed to have some chords, although it was rather hectic, so it was hard to hear. The ascending parts of the song, the crescendo especially, seem to have chords. How this compares to today. In my everyday life, I'm not exposed to music like this very often. Despite the fact that it was composed in my lifetime, it is not the sort of music a layman would hear daily. However, it still has a part in modern life, in media such as movies, TV, and even commercials. Modern-day composers like Hans Zimmer and John Williams became famous for their work with compositions for movies. Part of this piece, around the 9-minute mark, actually reminded me of the 20th Century Fox intro music.